So I just wanted to show you this table real quick that I made to reflect the cost effectiveness of invention and kind of speed, but also kind of not speed. So really quick, here I just did some examples. Nobody in their right mind, again in their right mind, or if they're smart, is going to disassemble a Nox bow or staff or whatever. Um, but it's in here as an example of cost. These are the examples I use. So there's Virtus. The Gano armor is the only armor that I use for this. Staff of Light, Nox Staff, and then the Abyssal weapons. If you look, so we're gonna say if you're gonna level invention by siphoning armor and your weapons only. If you're gonna siphon your armor and disassemble your weapons, disassemble your armor and disassemble your weapons. Siphon one piece of armor and disassemble one piece of armor. In my examples in the math here, we're going to be disassembling the Ganodermic legs, not the chest, because it's cheaper. Siphoning one piece of armor. Did I just do that? I did do that. And then siphoning one piece of armor, so we would siphon the chest and then disassemble. Um, well, it's the same exact thing, but we're going to siphon the weapons. So with that, all of this is inside math. We don't need to see it. So I have to hide it from here. So that now we can scroll a little into it more. So now what we're looking at is literally if we're just going to start, if you're just going to buy this crap and you're just going to augment it, this is what it would cost you to buy full Gano and Abyssal weapons. Um, and I think this even includes the augmentation cost. Maybe, maybe not. That I'm pretty sure it does. Pretty sure. But in the large range scale of math, that's going to be the difference of 600K, so it's really not that big of a deal. Okay, in this case, it'd be 1.2 mil, but whatever. I think it's in the math already. I don't want to go back and look at it. I'm tired of it. Um, and so I just did some kind of general rankings of how fast each of these is going to be. So 1 is slow, 5 is fast. Siphoning like crazy. Obviously, it's going to be the slowest method, and obviously, it's also going to. Ah, man. My lobby timer's supposed to tell me maybe that little check RS thing was there the whole time. Anyways, going back to it. So this is obviously going to be the slowest, but the most cost effective. Um, Siphoning armor and disassembling weapons. I gave it a 3. I'll come back to that in a second because I kind of went back and forth on it. Disassembling obviously is going to be the fastest, also most expensive. Siphoning one armor, disassembling one armor, disassembling weapons. Siphoning one armor, and I don't have to read them off again. But the reason why I gave them their speeds, I gave this one a 4 because you're going to be disassembling more things all the time. Uh, you're always going to be disassembling one piece of armor and one weapon, uh, and sometimes two weapons and one piece of armor. But then the one that's going to be a little slower here, you're going to be doing both armors being siphoned and sometimes disassembling one or two items, and then here you're going to be siphoning two to three, and disassembling one. So I think that by order of speed, that's kind of how it goes, and it kind of shows the faster, the more expensive. And that kind of is how everything works. So what we do is you can say, oh, I want to do it 20 times. And so if you use Gano, I have the ratios here. Using Gano Abyssal is hands down the best. The larger the number, the more efficient it's going to be. So Nox Staff was a fun example because it just sucks terribly. Just nobody would ever. Let's find a red one. Oh, that's rude. There's just no point. Um, just because I mean, if you have the Nox staff, yes, siphon the crap out of it. But if you're buying it just for the sake of what we're doing, then not that's way too bright. Nox staff is always going to lose. Um, so the higher the number, the better. And so we're going to do this 20 times. So we're going to end up with this much XP. It's going to cost 5 mil because we're only buying siphons and the original 4 augs. So I have that included into that again. So what it kind of does is, and then, so what you can do is this, you can do this two ways. You can say, oh, how much XP can I get from doing it this many times? Or you can say, oh, I need 50 mil XP, and then figure out how many times you have to do it or whatever. Anyways, if you can look at how much XP you need and then just keep it changing this number until you get close. You basically pick your method and then change your number until you figure out which one you want. So I just because this is so much more efficient, you could do Gano Unlight, Gano Virtus. Like here is the difference isn't crazy. If you're siphoning one, disassembling, siphoning, it's actually surprising. But it's because it's still super. This is one of the slower methods. These numbers go way down the higher you go. So these are all below one. This one has one that's within one, just barely above one. And even though this is actually really slow, this is actually not one of the most effective. So this is a really good in between. I'm gonna put this on my second screen. I don't know why I'm doing that. Oh, excuse me. Um, this is a really good in between because it's pretty efficient, also pretty fast. Um, again, the 3 and the 4 and even the 2, it's iffy. I haven't really thought about it enough to really determine if that's really the speed. So that's just kind of general. And even that said, that's also not like the most important thing because you can kind of you can get a feeling for it. You're going to be in the abyss. You're going to be getting XP so fast. What it's going to come down to is it's going to be pretty fast, and you kind of know that siphoning is going to be slower and disassembling everything's going to be way faster. So what's the cost of everything? So my XP, as an example, I'm looking at my second screen real quick. My XP I need to 99. I'm level 77 invention is 23.4 mil. And I want to check. Okay, my pickaxe is like so close to leveling, and then I have to siphon it. 22.4 mil. So to 99. Is that what I said? Because I know I said 22.4 mil, but no, it's 23.4 mil. And then to 120. Oh, my numpad was not on. There we go. To 120, I need 68 mil. And I'm rounding anyways. We don't have to do exact math because you might get a little bit extra along the way, and there's like the 6%. I don't think the 6% actually counts for invention. I just realized. Anyways, um, 68 mil. So if I wanted to do any of these, this one's gonna get me pretty close. It's disassembling, so obviously the most expensive. Um, if I wanted to get like, but like freaking A, 52 mil XP, 61 for like 6 and 88. It's insane. The higher you go, let's just do 10,000. These ratios explode. Siphoning is just crazy efficient. And it's actually interesting because these ones down here don't change a ton because these are just not efficient. Um, but so for 23.4, and I think that I said I was going to do, I would be doing definitely disassembling weapons. So one of these three, and I would do this one because I don't want to siphon armor. It's just more expensive. Um, so 40 mil, 88 mil, and 59 mil XP. So these are similar in prices, or 21 and 25. I cannot click. Wow, okay. Anyways, 21 and 25. My mouse is going crazy. I think it's this RS thing is just like throwing things off. There, it's not going away. Okay, sorry. It's because I didn't hit this button. So now it's all pissed off, and now it went away. Now that legit was changing where my mouse was going. So 21, 25, but 59 and 44. I am fine. This is going to be a little bit slower than this, but I'm fine with that because that's a large difference. That's 10 mil for a difference of less than 4 mil less than you'd have to pay. Um, okay. So if I go back and I start doing this, 23.4, I have to get myself focused again. Um, I'm just gonna look. This is my one of choice, so I'm only gonna look at this one. Make it purple. It's kind of hard to see. Some red. Oof! It's really bright and hurts your eyes, but it stands out really well. So I just need 24 mil. Let's go for 24 mil. 12. Whoa, nailed it. 24 mil. It's gonna take 24 siphons. 22 weapon assemblies. That's not actually right. So this little formula that I made it really quickly, and I kind of botched it a little bit. This isn't super important. I just did it as it was my last thing I did. I was just trying to get a ballpark. I wanted it to be 100% accurate, but it's not. Just because I wanted to make sure that if I'm gonna go grind this, I want to have all my mats either ready or invented already, created before I started. So I'm gonna go grind out some mats and disassemble stuff. But 24 mil, I gotta go 12 times. Siphoning armor, that's for sure. 24 siphons. Um, but if we're gonna do 12 times, 12. So but I don't know if I explained. 12 times is like um, if you disassemble your weapon 12 times, your main hand, you're only going to disassemble your offhand 6 times. It's rounds, so per armor. So it's kind of based off of armor and main hand because they all like are 100%, and then the offhand is like 50%. So that's what it's based off of. So um, this number should be showing. Oh, it's freaking dead on because this is assuming that you're buying everything fresh from scratch. So you're gonna get the first four, and then you're only gonna be disassembling like half the time. So that's accurate. I freaking just hit 98 mining AFK. Um, that's sweet. Gosh dang it. I'm gonna go for 99 tonight. I'm gonna be so tired. This next hour and 4 minutes should be Traw hour, and I'm gonna go for I'm gonna pop my aura. So for half of the hour, I should be getting over 800, maybe 900k an hour. That can't be right. Well, per hour, but I'm gonna only have it for half hour, so it's not actually gonna be that much XP. But I have to make sure I get ready for that in a second. I'm gonna take this moment to teleport to Berthup. I need to get my pulse core to 10% before the timer pops. Um, didn't intend on doing this, but goals. Gotta hit them goals, get them gains. So that's correct. Because I'm gonna have to buy all the Gano, buy all my Abyssal, and make 22 Augs, and then I'll have 18 that I'll be using throughout the process. That's spot on. So I love that. I love when my math works out. Okay, I'm just hopping worlds to 2, and then coming back to finish this. Uh, um, so I like that. 24 siphons, 22 Augs. Uh, to 99, it's gonna cost me 10 mil, and I just got 5 mil from Luke, and I just made some money off of my farm, so I might push really hard for invention pretty soon, using my mage to get it up. And then let's see if I go for 68. Realistically, it's just gonna be 3 times that. So let's say 36. Not quite, maybe 35 times, so it's almost 3 times. But my augs are down relatively. So 70, plus there's all those invention blueprints that you'd be able to get. So let's see. I need 68, and I have it at 69. Why did I stop there? There we go. But then all those blueprints, I think those are going to add up. So we'll round down. 64 mil, even if I'm a little short, I mean, I could fix it. 64, mother effer. That's expensive. This is definitely the cheaper method. Um, which one? I actually think I liked this one better. No, which one? There's one of the ones where you just disassemble one weapon. Did I not? Yeah, one weapon. No, I didn't do that. Wow. So I didn't do an option where you disassemble one weapon. I feel like siphoning 3 things and disassembling one could be a nice little middle ground, but whatever. This is the way to go. Um, expensive AF, but I mean, buying all these, it's whatever. That's also for 120. Like that's insane. And getting to that is insane. Crazy amount of XP. 68 mil XP, and you could honestly, 32. That's a week because the Abyss is crazy, and you would 99 everything. Um, so 64 siphons and 52 augs. So that's what my goal is going to be. I'm actually going to aim for that and try and get my invention to 120. Gonna be freaking nuts. Uh, but yeah, I think that makes sense. If anything looked blatantly wrong, shout out. But I gotta go get my mining done. Hopefully in 1 minute it's gonna be trial hour.